Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day to all my scholars and my friends. Thanks for joining. So before we move along and try to figure out why there's a large group of human beings that overthink, it could be you or could be a member in your family, and then we'll talk about how to go about it versus just to command them not to overthink and how it doesn't help them. I want to today just have a very short episode to explain what actually happens to that individual when we tell them or when we tell ourselves to stop overthinking. So this group of individuals that do overthink, they have an unhealthy program that was downloaded in their head as children because naturally they're not that way. Naturally, we know what we want, we know what we like, and it's okay that we're not perfect in making the perfect decision, because no one makes the perfect decision, but we go ahead. And most of us that have that clarity, that natural clarity, we know beforehand when we make 10 decisions that very possible 1, 2, or even 4 will not work out, but we're okay. We have that natural instinct, very similar to an animal. The animal decides it wants to eat something, it wants to go somewhere, it wants to jump somewhere. It doesn't sit there on the tree like a squirrel and think, wait, let me see, will I get to the other side or won't I get? They most probably never ever think that way. Most probably that thinking process takes a split of a second in their amygdala if they have one. And they just jump or they do what they have to do. So this large group of humans, and I don't know if they're 20 or 60% that do overthink, they feel that something is wrong with them and they feel like they're really stuck. And they already have a terrible chatter in their own brain that they look around themselves, and so many of them actually have told me, why could so-and-so just make a decision, decide to do something and do it? How do people have no problem to decide what to make for dinner and I have that issue? How do some people have such an easy time when they don't have all the details and to execute what they think with their limited knowledge of how to go ahead with what they decided? Why can't I? Well, half of those people don't have easy time either, but it's okay. The grass is always greener on the other side, even when there's no grass there sometimes. That's interesting. That never came to me. So when you come to them and you tell them, stop overthinking, just look at my face when I say that. Let's try it again. Just stop overthinking. Like, what's the matter with you? So not only you're not getting them out and helping them, and like we spoke about last week, it's not beneficial, just like it's not beneficial to tell someone with fever, stop having fever. It might be cruel, but there's another element to them that these individuals are being crushed further down. So by definition, when someone overthinks, even you met them for the first time, you know they're crushed emotionally. You know they have an emotional virus that was downloaded in their brain that doesn't give them the freedom to connect to their natural instincts and gut to make a decision. Obviously based on knowledge, research. You can't just do anything you want because you have a gut feeling. Even that my gut is very powerful and I make so many decisions based on my gut, sometimes with zero knowledge when I can get knowledge, and it is as accurate as 100%, which is just beyond miraculous as human beings. It's not me, it's just the way we're wired. But obviously wherever I could do research, in whatever I want to go ahead and make a decision, I do the best research and I don't rely on the gut, because we don't do that as human beings. We have to try our best. Let's go further. So these individuals were crushed. So when someone says, oh my gosh, why do I overthink? There's no judgment here. There's no mocking. There's no making fun. It's your understanding in your heart and your love in your heart where you could cry and pray and say, oh no, that's yet another one that was downloaded with a horrific program that goes against their natural instinct of freedom and to understand and feel confident with their decision. Not arrogance, with confidence. Confidence might look like arrogance, but it's not. And we're not going to go and start getting sidetracked now, although my brain wants to, because it is an ADD wonderful brain. So the moment we go ahead and we say, stop overthinking, you know it doesn't serve you, we just went and crushed them further. So now you know the depth behind what seems to be so simple. Just stop overthinking. No, it's not as simple as we think. And in, I believe, the 4th episode, we will talk about what happened. How does this program get downloaded to a child? How do you as a parent download it without even knowing? Because most of our parents did download that program that causes us to overthink and causes us a lot of other emotional viruses. And then the final 5th episode will be, what do we actually tell the person that overthinks? They have an emotional virus. On the computer, you just go to control panel, you find that app, and you click on uninstall, and then are you sure? And yes. Do you want to make changes to your computer, to your program, whatever? Yes. And you uninstall it. I wish it would be the same, but by humans, some programs actually takes months and years, and we don't focus on the end result. We focus on every percentage of this program that slowly dissolves, that slowly leaves our body. A program on a computer happens within a minute. A large piece of ice that's dropped into a bathtub only because it was taken out of the freezer. You don't come back in 1 minute and say, oh, it's going to be water. Because even after an hour, it won't be water. And if it's that large, come back the next day. There's still going to be a piece of ice. It's going to dissolve. I never thought of this analogy in my life. It just happened here live as I talk to my amazing scholars, you guys that teach me so much. I just realized that's a beautiful analogy, how we uninstall a unhealthy virus, unhealthy program. It's like taking a massive piece of ice out of the freezer, just the awareness of what this program is. And then we start with the process of uninstalling it, and just like a large piece of ice takes many, many hours, sadly, most emotional viruses takes months and years. But if you focus on what you have achieved, if it's 1% or 3% or 5%, it hastens the dissolving or the uninstalling of your unhealthy program. Guys, I love you all, and I'm sorry for the pain that so many of us, people around us, ourselves go through with overthinking, because overthinking is just another name for a part of the virus. What it is, I'm not sure how to call it. I'll try my best. It is basically being in our own jail. It's that we have all the natural resources of confidence, of joy, of freedom, of sitting in nature and camping and enjoying life. And programs could literally tell us various narratives to think that right now we're sitting in the dark, right now we're in Siberia, right now we're in jail. And even though reality, as you look around me, there's trees, there's warmth, 78 degrees, it's beautiful. Yet it is the narratives and those programs that rule and control our lives, not our inherent freedom, power, and godly infinite energy that we are blessed with from the moment that we are born. All the very best. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for clicking the thumb and for the heart if you liked it. And thanks for subscribing. And if you think a friend might appreciate this, thanks for sharing it too. I will just express my incredible gratitude to you guys. and have a wonderful and delightful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. You are awesome. You are the best. Because that's my crowd, the best.